Enfim, vamos ver, né, como é que vai ser essa live. Espero coisas boas. Espero que isso também dê alguma coisinha da 2.0, né? E de resto, alguns updates vocês já soltaram que vai ter update de qualidade. Opa. De resto é só gemas, né? Tá, deve começar agora. Ó, o homem sabe, não tem como, né?
3 Genius Society members at the same time? This interview was a bad idea. Mr. Screw'em, member 76.
Eu acho que vai ter que entrevistar 3 membros da sociedade lá dos gênios.
The savior of inorganic life throughout the universe. He's as sharp as they come. He'll recognize my brilliance in an instant. Now, if I can just get him to recommend me.
O cara quer recomendação pra...
Wisdom in the field of broadcasting has been duly recognized by Noose themselves. Ergo, the Genius Society hereby confers upon Mr. Owlbert the title of Member 85.
Member 81, Ron May. She seemed like a kind and elegant person in the simulated universe. A little
elegant.
But what if I ask a bad question? Since when does Albert ask bad questions?
This little bird has an active imagination.
Quit daydreaming! The program is about to start! What are you waiting for? A trailer or something?
Um trailer, eu tô esperando um trailer, mas não quer soltar, pô.
Thought member 4, Poka Kakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members. I didn't have a lot of hope for this.
Acho que tá meio baixo.
Oh, look who's here.
Buzz. Madam Herta, open zone. Buzz. Class 1.
Ué, vai. Eita, velho, nova área na estação da Herta.
There's much you don't know about this
Falei, Romy.
It's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained
Ah, não, eu teria que dar pull. Não tem como.
You'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through.
A genius move. And how will you counter it?
Ah, o Dr. Rage.
Do try to think for yourself.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Audience guys,
Capita é esse?
how ostentatious.
Oxi!
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning,
Nossa, essa
good
voz.
afternoon,
A música da estação da
and
Herta é muito bom.
And if you didn't know already, I'm Albert, your favorite.
Fala aí, Albert. Acho que eu tô na frente dele.
Welcome to the
Ah, não, tô
version
não.
1.6
Só um pouquinho, quase assim.
Crown of the Mundane and Divine
Pera
Special
aí.
Program. On today's program, we're bringing together 3 intellectual heavyweights from none other than the Genius Society. Oh, why don't you introduce yourselves? Madam Herta, care to kick us off?
Whatever. Herta here.
Madam Herta, like we said, remember? Enthusiasm.
Entusiasmo.
Seriously? Fine.
Da Herta.
Hello, I'm Herta.
Não, tá totalmente no personagem.
Let's not forget the new face on the block, Madam Ron May.
Hello, dear viewers. I'm Ran May.
I suppose that makes it my turn. Greetings, viewers. I am Screw'em. It's a
É, que
pleasure to
dessa.
meet you.
The
Que
pleasure is
estão, né,
ours.
nos personagens, então, como né, os
All three
dubladores.
of you at the same time.
Porque senão ia falar
Guess
o.
the great Noose must have finally
no,
recognized
no.
my potential.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This is a scheduled space station visit. Lucky for you, we had time for a show.
Or, to put it another way, participating in your program was a way of maximizing the utility of our itinerary. Two birds, one stone.
Thank you. Anyhow, we saw from the trailer that the story is making a return to Ajuda Space Station. Intelligence available for release.
Tem que
in the
voltar,
case
né?
of following.
Mas eu acho que
May
é.
has commandeered one of the space station zones for biological science experiments.
I like to avoid attracting too much attention with my experiments, and the station had a sealed-off area available.
Ah, tá, então não
was
vai,
kind
né?
enough to lend it to me.
Big enough to spread across 3 levels. This area is a brand new domain
Caramba.
waiting for us in version 1.6. Welcome to
Três
Ajuda
partes.
Space Station Seclusion Zone. Due to the secrecy surrounding the zone, there's currently not a soul to be
realmente é
found
grande até.
across the whole domain.
Rebuttal. Your assertion excludes
Tem
the
esses bichos
existence
aí.
of inorganic life operating in the area.
Naturally, as I was saying, the story is set to unfold in this new domain.
Wait, so you still need the seclusion zone, Ron-May?
I do. My research has encountered a few anomalies. I was hoping the Trailblazer could do me a small favor.
Oh, não.
Favor?
Small.
Favor,
I'm
pequeno.
not sure about the second one, but this is a golden age for biological science. No problem too big or too small, right? And version 1.6's brand new Trailblaze continuance, Crown of the Mundane and Divine. Trailblazers will encounter Madame Ron-May for the first time. They'll need to work closely with her to solve the headaches of Ajuda Space Station.
For example?
One such headache is the result of the little life forms that Ron-May has been cultivating.
I'm afraid that's the nature of biological science. Surprises and accidents in equal measure.
Not to mention, the space station is hiding more secrets than you might have thought. Various crises bubbling to the surface, Ajuda's puppet falling prey to an ambush, and a new provocation that the geniuses must face up to.
Nothing a small favor can't fix, right?
We got the 3 geniuses here. What could go wrong?
Deu com
In
um favorzinho, não
Mr.
posso, né?
previous
Corrigir.
broadcasts, the adoption of a light-hearted tone usually indicates the presence of a formidable challenge.
My beak is sealed. This
Se tiver
is a
evento
top
parecido já com a
secret
versão atual, tá
Trust me,
ótimo.
when I say that the adventure ahead is a journey into both the power and wonder of biological science. And what better way to prepare our Trailblazers than by introducing the one and only Madame Ron-May?
Ok, bora os personagens. Ó a parte boa. Ah, tem um cavaquinho. Essa deve ser Ultimate.
Madame Ron-May is an Ice-type character following the path of harmony and member 81 of the Genius Society. From the very beginning, her research has focused on biological science.
That's right. Biological science is a boundless field. I rarely have time for leisure. And
tô
despite
afim,
being one of the founders of the simulated universe, I seldom step up to the plate.
Madame Ron-May, I was curious. Is there a story behind your name?
My name?
May?
My parents organized themselves into a flat hierarchical
Então a
structure.
história por tradição
My
nome?
name is simply the combination of their surnames.
Fascinating. What a spellbinding tradition.
I believe you may be laying it on a little thick, Mr. Albert. Are you hoping for something in return?
Who wouldn't hope for a blessing from Madame Ron-May? Trailblazers agree with me.
Then let me remind you that a genius's blessing isn't always a result of generosity or kindness.
Meaning...
Aren't you supposed to be intelligent? You tell me.
Many individuals have a hidden side.
Yeah.
Ergo, Trailblazers' encounter with Ron may hold surprises.
Spoiler atomic clock! I think it's time we took a look at what
Eu
this
acho um trocadilho, mas eu vou ficar
can
quieto.
do on the battlefield. Don't you?
My basic attack, Threading Fragrance, deals ice damage to a single target, while my skill, String Sing Slow Swirls, can increase the weakness break efficiency of all allies.
Oh,
There's also
ok,
my
bom.
ultimate,
Bom.
Petals to Stream, Repose and Dream, which creates a field.
Only the most beautiful
Cria um
field
campo.
I've ever seen.
Mas o campo, o que esse campo faz?
Within the field, allies experience an all-type resistance penetration increase, and when breaking an enemy's weakness, they afflict them with a mark.
This mark is triggered on the enemy's next action, prolonging their weakness break state, delaying their action, and inflicting them with additional ice damage.
You have a knack for exploiting an enemy's weakness, Ron May.
Vamos dizer assim, é basicamente uma ajuda quebrar as fraquezas mais rápido. Basicamente isso.
Trigger an effect equivalent to her skill at the start of the next battle. In the simulated universe, when Ron May possesses Silken Serenade, and when an ally attacks a simulated universe enemy, the battle is entered as if the enemy's weakness was attacked. The attack ignores weakness types and can deplete the toughness of all enemies. Breaking a weakness can trigger the weakness break effect that corresponds to the attacker's own type.
Not only that, in the simulated universe,
Quente.
for every blessing possessed, the toughness reducing damage of the current attack is increased, and extra additional ice damage is dealt.
Well, very good.
É,
You have an
realmente.
interest in testing the simulated universe.
After Trailblazers get to know
Okay,
Ron May,
roubadinho.
another scholar with connections to the Genius Society will be appearing in this Trailblaze Continuance.
Oh, I assume you're referring to the gentleman with the alabaster head?
Classic Mr. Scrollum. Able to see the gentleman behind the mask.
Gentlemen, my foot!
Herta, you're being a little harsh.
Sounds like you
Harsh.
two are well acquainted. Without further ado, allow me to introduce him.
Agora é a parte do Dr. Rachel. Mas essa parte aí da... Esse dos numerozinhos que fica passando, fica da hora. Já tô vendo que vai usar essa parte dele meio que pensando em muito meme. Caramba, ultimate nada.
Veritas Ratio, or Dr. Ratio as he's known, is an imaginary type character following the path of the hunt.
Ele fica passando pro lado todo.
Belongs to a different noose-worshipping organization, the Intelligentsia Guild.
Which is why I can't stand the sight of him.
The Genius Society consists of
Então
vanguards
tem
from
uma
various
sociedade
fields of
meio que
active
rival da
isolation.
sociedade do gênio.
In contrast, the Intelligentsia Guild advocates for the dissemination of knowledge, allowing for a broad church of followers of Noose who work towards furthering this end.
Question. Does the current universe derive greater benefit from the unparalleled talents of the Genius Society or the mutual learnings of the Intelligentsia Guild?
You sure you want to go there?
Let's not.
Is that why Dr. Ratio joined the Intelligentsia Guild? A devotion to science? A desire to share scientific knowledge?
Exactly! Dr. Ratio presides over a total of 52 academic programs.
And yells at people until they burst into tears?
Strict teachers make for good students, and any student who makes it to the end of a program will be an expert scholar in their respective field.
And an emotional wreck?
Ignorance is an ailment, the expungement of which
Alma hair,
only our
please.
Dr. Ratio can achieve, and which entails necessary hardship.
By which you mean the destruction of any and all self-esteem.
His creations have helped many worlds look beyond their borders and step into the future.
I feel like we might accidentally be discussing.
Perhaps I should intervene. Dr. Ratio's desire to cure ignorance with truth is well known. It's time for us to assess his prowess on the battlefield.
During his basic attack, Mind is Might, Dr. Ratio brandishes his Codex, dealing imaginary damage to a single target.
Question, why does he carry a codex with him?
Well, intellectuals enjoy persuading others with quotes. I think Dr. Ratio takes that to mean hitting people with them directly.
Dr. Ratio's skill, Intellectual Midwifery, deals imaginary damage to a single target, while his talent, Cogito Ergo Sum, may trigger him to launch a follow-up attack after using his skill. As a rigorous academic researcher, Dr. Ratio pays close attention to his enemy's debuffs during battle. The more debuffs the enemy has, the higher the chance of him launching a follow-up attack. And let's not forget his ultimate, 3-step paradox. The good doctor summons a leaning tower and through a series of precise calculations and measurements, plots a trajectory of maximum pain. The target enemy suffers imaginary damage and is afflicted with Wise Man's Folly. When a target with Wise Man's Folly is attacked by an ally of Dr. Ratio, he launches his talent's follow-up attack against the target. And when using his technique, Mold of Idolatry, Dr. Ratio creates a dimension and taunts nearby enemies. When attacking an enemy within the dimension to enter battle, there's a chance of reducing the target's speed.
It would appear those 5 statues are made in his own image. Ergo, Dr. Ratio suffers from a certain degree of narcissism.
To put it mildly.
Só pouco. Tá igualzinho a Herta, né?
1.6, Trailblazers will finally be running into an old friend. The older of 2 siblings, very different from the other, yet bound to her all the same. It's
então, Dr. Ratio é simples, vai dar dano. E é isso. Agora é ela. É a menina das correntes. Acho a destruição, né? A Ultimate tá daorinha.
Shui Yi is a quantum type character following the path of destruction.
Whose
original body was replaced long ago with a permanent puppet system. The system was constructed for Shui Yi on behalf of the Ten Lords Commission. The commission agreed that for every culprit Shui Yi apprehended, she would be rewarded with a half-day's wake span.
A reasonable arrangement.
Better than my one. Like your sister Hanya, Shui Yi is a formidable presence on the battlefield. Shui Yi's basic attack, Mara Sunder All, can deal quantum damage to a target enemy. Her skill, Iniquity Obliteration, can deal quantum damage to a single target and adjacent enemies. And as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, Shui Yi's talent is a little out of the ordinary. When Shui Yi and an ally deal damage to an enemy's toughness, stacks of karma are accumulated.
So she's good at trying criminals?
The best! When karma stacks to the upper limit, Shui Yi immediately launches a follow-up attack on the target enemy, dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate, Divine Castigation, can deal quantum damage to a single target and toughness depletion that ignores weakness types. The more toughness depleted, the greater the damage.
Breaking weaknesses irrespective of type.
These Xianzhou natives are cold-blooded.
When Shui Yi uses her technique, Summary Execution, to attack an enemy and enter battle, she deals quantum damage to all enemies. Yes, sir. It's time.
Ela é bem simples.
1.6's banners. During the first phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps, Floral Triptych,
E trocaram, voltando à primeira.
Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Ron, May, and Blade, respectively. Not to mention, the 4-star character Shui Yi will be joining version 1.6's first phase character warp.
Oh, it's Bandage Guy.
Now, during the second phase of version 1.6 in the character event warps,
Boa, nossa, me salvou, velho.
Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star characters Dr.
Nossa, o banner do Dr. Ratio faz também. Eita,
I wondered when that lady might be making a return.
I'll I'll be glad to see the back of her.
E o Dinho, não vai voltar não? Volta nunca?
At 1.6's first phase light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, my past self in the mirror, will be boosted. And in the bicone reminiscence light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will also be boosted. Version
Também nos
1.6's
outros
second
também.
phase will also see the 5-star light cone, the baptism of pure thought, entering the light cone event warp.
Puro, né?
Bathing relaxes both the body and the mind. It is of
Não,
great
lá o cara tá
benefit to
tomando
our
banho com
consideration of
livro
both the
ali.
universe and philosophy.
Check out the yellow ducky.
And finally, in the aforementioned bygone reminiscence light cone event warp,
Não,
the
já
drop
tem a
rate of the
caixa e
5-star
o
light cone,
light cone dela,
patience
então
is
tanto
all
faz.
you need will also be boosted. Whew. Light cones, it's been a pleasure.
I think it's time for some mental recuperation. Stay tuned for more updates.
Welcome back, Trailblazers! Now that we've introduced our new characters, it's time to delve deeper into version 1.6. First up,
Vamos lá.
something that's about to make a big splash
Agora
on
é
the
a
space station.
parte, né, da atualização, acho, de evento. Monstro novo. Que baguncinha, né? Caramba. Eu tô vendo, vai doer, hein?
I can see how that would make a big splash.
Do I recall someone mentioning accidents on the space station?
Acidentes.
In the process of clone cultivation, Madame Ron May did encounter a certain anomaly. An anomaly in the form of a
Uma anomalia,
Swarm
né?
King prototype and fierce swarm disaster entity. Star Crusher, Swarm King Scaricabaz. Thanks to an incident during the experiment, this borehole planet's old crater came into being, and it looks like a lively one.
There's that light-hearted tone again. Ergo, we're screwed.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I kick your butt.
Don't panic. Madame Ron May has shared with us one of her research papers. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz, analysis of asexual propagation performance induced by specific gene sequences. Let's start with the abstract and keywords, shall we?
Ugh, get to the point!
Leave it to me. Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz possesses immense propagative capabilities. When in its
Usando
multiply
ataque básico
state,
de
the
Inyu, que
Swarm
isso?
King produces more of its own kind with every attack it sustains.
Wait, every attack? So the swarm just keeps multiplying the more we fight it? Somebody's getting fired.
However,
Okay,
this multiply
that's
state
what
is also when the Swarm King is most vulnerable. Breaking its weakness at this moment can cause it to explode.
That's right. As highlighted in the
entendi.
paper's conclusion, maintain your focus on the Swarm King's toughness. Time the weakness break just right, and Star Crusher Swarm King Scaricabaz can be defeated. Furthermore, after completing the 1.6 Trailblaze Continuous mission, Echo of War, Borehole Planet's old crater, will become available. Complete this challenge to obtain the advanced trace level up material, Past Evils of the Borehole Planet Disaster.
Ah, eu acho que é o novo boss, é o novo semanal.
Biological entities in this location
Semanal,
characterized by
semanal.
aggression.
Então vamos ter novos semanais, né? Deve ser pros
Os
os personagens agora é da 2.0.
Fear
Nossa
not,
senhora.
there are some sweet and lovable characters too. In a bid to boost the space station's research developments, Trailblazers have been assigned an important mission. Nurture and care for the newly arrived little life forms.
Trouxe isso.
I'm counting on you, friends.
There won't be any accidents or anomalies this time, right?
Acidentes
Wait, not?
anomalias.
Look how adorable these little guys are. In the Critter Pick scavenging event, Trailblazers can choose their nurturing goals according to the Nurturing Manual. They can learn cultivation specifics and successfully raise a variety of delightful little creatures. Seeing these little critters explore and frolic through the cabin is enough to put a smile on the face of every Trailblazer.
Affirmative. It results in gratifying emotional and physical responses.
Que é
Conclusion,
bonitinho.
a profoundly ingenious
É um
construct.
bolo
Aside from the
misturado.
normal varieties, the cultivation process might even
Sei.
result in
Melhor parar por
mutations
aqui.
and special
Melhor não
breeds.
continuar.
And just between us, during the event, trailblazers have the chance to transform into and experience what it's like to be Peppy.
Olha.
Interesting. Maybe I should add a transformation feature to the simulated universe.
Speaking of the simulated universe, this
Tá, vamos
update
olhar
is
pra poder
a
virar o
real
pé.
game changer with significant new features. Version 1.6 will add another fresh update to the simulated universe with brand new DLC, Gold and Gears.
Golden Gear.
Ron May played a major role in this update.
Indeed, in simulated universe, Gold and Gears.
Ok, nova
Ron May has
atualização do
developed a
universo
simulated
simulado.
noose and
Eu nem
frozen
terminei a outra ainda.
space-time just before the demise of member 27, Emperor Rupert.
Emperor
Talvez
Rupert
mais
was a
falha, mas-
computer that became self-aware
Chegou na hora de
and
ver
subsequently
anúncio.
drew Noose's gaze, becoming the 27th member of the Genius Society. It proclaimed itself Emperor and initiated the widely known Machine Empire crisis, the First Emperor's War. The war serves as an excellent historical source for
Yeah.
Ionic research.
This latest update adds the path of erudition and daringly experiments with separating dice from paths.
The dice come with 6 slots for equipping various dice face effects. By collecting Trailblaze secrets, you can unlock even more dice face effects. As Trailblazers delve deeper into the challenges, they can acquire more powerful dice faces and unlock new ways to play. Trailblazers can swap out the faces on their
Eu já vi
dice, combining effects from
menu
multiple paths to
parecido
create
no Honkai
unprecedented,
Page.
powerful buff combinations. For example,
Até
when using
usam o mesmo
Kafka,
negócio.
even if the initial path selected is the nihility, you can create diverse effects by strategically combining different dice faces. You could assemble a die that allows you to leap over tiles, or one that yields higher rewards in battles, or one that incorporates both effects.
Clear golden gears and voila! Neural impulse is all yours. Use it to unlock
okay,
different
no, see.
talents and increase your combat gains.
In other words, it mirrors the ability tree found in the simulated universe.
Get ready for a thrilling addition to version 1.6 of the simulated universe, the intracognition system. When moving across the simulated universe board, self-consciousness changes may be triggered,
Isso não é
leading
fácil.
to diverse story paths. Trailblazers can
não.
compile all the
Eita,
storylines
mas-
through continuous gameplay, ultimately unlocking the enigmatic secrets of the eons.
Count your blessings! A new simulated universe to explore.
Meu
Trailblazers, I'll be
amigo,
waiting
esse
for you
update
at
vai
the
ser
usual spot.
vai ser grande do
Now
universo
that we've
simulado
covered
e
the major
obviamente deve
updates
ser
in the
permanente.
simulated universe, it's time to talk about a special invite. In version 1.6, Trailblazers will receive an invitation from the Department of Ecology to participate in a special test.
The Department of Ecology? Ugh. What's the mission this time?
This test involves battling illusionary enemies that are
Ah.
conjured through scent triggers. Each distinct
tá,
scent
só-
plugin yields different test
É simples, só você vai pro combate,
Trailblazers
é
will
isso.
start with
Tá
the
ligado?
basic test and subsequently unlock Despair Mode.
Oh shit.
Despair mode. I hear Trailblazers are seasoned trash can explorers. I'm sure their noses can handle it.
Botar
Don't be so
modo do
sure.
desespero.
The difficulty curve isn't for the faint of heart, which is why we'd like to remind all Trailblazers that the illusions created by these scents differ from regular enemies. Make sure you're well prepared
Nossa
before
Senhora.
engaging in battle.
Quase.
Example, deploy distinct scent plugins before commencing the simulated trial to attain
tá
varied
forte, hein?
bonuses in battle.
That's right. Immerse
no modo
yourself
do
in your
desespero
favorite
tá
scent.
desesperador
Say
mesmo.
cedarwood.
Quando você vê
You
o
might just
tanque
encounter
quase indo
some
de
familiar
base.
friends.
What's this? A garlic flavored abundant ebon deer?
That sounds delicious.
Hey, snap out of it! Need I remind everyone? The scents may be tempting, but it's crucial to exercise self-control. Version 1.6 will also see the
Ok,
return
sempre
of the
tem.
planar fisher and rum of the strange
Mas, cara,
During these
cadê
events,
aquele lá
successfully
de
challenging
login?
The simulated universe and Cavern of Corrosion will yield double rewards for a set number of times.
E aquele lá?
Conclusion.
E aquele lá?
Relaxation and fun await.
Tá faltando um, hein?
We ain't done with you yet.
Ah, não
Remember
é
what you see
desse.
from the
Tá
Cienjo
faltando
Lapu?
aquele, hein?
he recently acquired a talking parrot called Yotza that can blur truth with falsehood.
It's you, isn't it?
What? Slander! As I was saying, Trailblazers can strike up a conversation with Mr. Cien and his talking parrot to experience the brand new permanent challenge mode, Pure Fiction.
Permanent challenge?
Mais
You
um?
mean like the Forgotten Hall?
Not exactly. In Pure Fiction, defeating an enemy will cause it to respawn
Ué, nova...
immediately, and Trailblazers earn points every time they deal damage to or
Vai ser lá
defeat an
incrível
enemy.
agora,
At
eles
the
querem
end
dar
of each battle, the highest score achieved in that
Pompom
challenge will be recorded.
tá preso no trem.
Trailblazers need to defeat as
Dá pra
many
fazer o
enemies as
programa.
possible within a limited number of cycles to rack up a high score. Each phase of Pure Fiction comes with its own set of buff effects for Trailblazers to choose from, which allows for team composition experimentation to maximize points.
Observation indicates that high scores hinge on the right cure. Conclusion. Consider the nature of enemies and available buff effects when selecting your formation and battle strategy.
entendi, é um novo modo permanente,
A quick
então.
update, folks. In each phase of Pure Fiction, you can bag yourself a whopping 720 stellar jades. And guess what?
700?
Completing specific stages for the first time will earn you the 4-star character links.
Ô, louco, mandar links.
720 stellar jades?
You heard it here
720
first. In
gemas.
version 1.6 Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos.
Ô,
is
louco,
set to
botar mais
expand
duas
with
salas.
Stages 11 and 12. Securing a 3-star victory in these new stages grants an extra 120 stellar jades.
Então
Combine
mais
that with the first 10
120.
stages,
Nossa.
and looking at a grand total of 720 stellar jades. Trailblazers who complete these 2 permanent challenge modes can also earn a new currency, which they can exchange for items like self-modeling resin in the newly added shop.
Sounds neat! But are Trailblazers seriously expected to take on more
Buffy.
permanent challenges each time there's a new
Ela.
version? That's gonna eat into
Só
our
quer gelo.
simulated universe testing time, you know?
Hold your horses, Madam Herta. These 2 permanent game modes will be seeing changes of their own in the update schedule. From version 1.6 onwards, Forgotten Hall, Memory of Chaos, and Pure Fiction will be updated in rotation. Every Memory of Chaos update will be
entendi.
followed 2 weeks later by a Pure Fiction event. Subsequently, 2 weeks after that, a new Memory of Chaos will start.
In which case, each version contains 3 such updates, meaning that Trailblazers can obtain a maximum of 2,160 stellar jades across the Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction events.
In
Ah,
addition,
não, 2
the
mil?
availability of each phase of Memory of Chaos
Tá melhor
will be
que o-
extended
tá
from
melhor que
2
a gente
weeks
já, hein?
to 6 weeks.
Dá pra
This
2
means that
mil e
when a
poucas
new
gemas
phase
no
of Memory
total,
of
se
Chaos
fizer tudo.
starts, the previous phase will still be available. The same is also true of Pure Fiction.
Ergo, Trailblazers will have more time to plan their character leveling and to experience challenge gameplay.
You got it. And I almost forgot about another significant new feature in version 1.6.
Opa,
Get
tem...
ready for the Forgotten Hall auto clear function.
Olha
After the 1.6
aqui.
update, Trailblazers can directly challenge the highest Memory of Chaos stage they previously cleared with 3 stars. Upon achieving a 3-star victory, they instantly receive all rewards from the preceding stages.
Oh,
This adds up
no.
that stage 7 is currently the highest stage that Trailblazers can start their challenge.
Ah, então já dá pra
In other
começar do
words, as long as
7.
I've achieved a 3-star victory in Stage 7, and I attain the same victory in any given Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos update, I can get my hands on rewards for the previous 6 stages?
Precisely.
Another
Nossa.
Trailblazer time saver, it would seem.
That's
Não,
not
isso é
all.
bom, isso é bom,
The
hein?
1.6 update will further
Nossa,
improve
quente
the
demais.
user-friendliness of the team setup in the Forgotten Hall. As Trailblazers progress through stages in Forgotten Hall Memory of Chaos, the team setup
Não, já
from
vai
the
voltar,
previous
não.
stage will be carried over
Vai
by
ser o
default.
Blade.
Plus, with the new team setup switching
É Blade e
and
Kafka
one-click
que vai
clear
voltar.
functions, lineups can be adjusted at the drop of a hat.
Impressive. It seems that optimizing Trailblazer experience is a firm priority.
Absolutely.
Eu achei que ia ser o Jin Wan também, o Jin Wan
Version
também
1.6 will
desapareceu.
also ease the completion difficulty of daily training, allowing Trailblazers to claim rewards with less effort. Additionally, we've introduced a time-limited unlock feature for certain material stages.
This might require further explanation.
Simply
vai
put, even if Trailblazers
passou?
haven't explored the latest maps,
Não, o
they
Jinwoo
can
ainda não
still
voltou, não.
challenge certain material stages to gather leveling materials for their characters.
Vocês vão falar, esqueceram dele.
And of course,
Ah,
we're
tá.
1.6B
Isso aqui que eu
without
tava
the
esperando.
exciting check-in event. Participating in the Gift of Odyssey event allows Trailblazers to get their hands on 10 warps.
I think the Trailblazers will be looking forward to this one.
É óbvio, né?
Indubitably.
I saw it coming.
Alrighty. It's that time already, folks. A big shout out to all our Trailblazers for their incredible love and support. Honkai Star Rail recently garnered incredible awards and nominations.
Ó,
For
tá.
Project Team, I, Albert, would like to extend our gratitude.
Pardon the interruption. You are now speaking with Veritas Ratio.
Huh?
It has
See?
come to my attention that your broadcast today touched
Seu cara no
on
fundo sumiu.
certain warp arrangements in connection with myself. If I may be so bold, the current arrangements are pitiful.
Dr. Ratio!
The dissemination and sharing of knowledge, as well as truth, is imperative. I, in my esteemed capacity, demand that every trailblazer be given access to a
não,
proper
tranquilo.
education.
Ele vai vir? Vai. Ó,
1.6's
pera.
Array event warp becomes available, every trailblazer who has unlocked the mail feature shall receive, via mail, one limited 5-star character
Okay.
Dr. Ratio.
Ah,
That is to say, me. Through sheer tyranny of will, I shall become ubiquitous.
não,
With
pera aí.
this, I bid you farewell.
And there we have it, folks. The esteemed Dr. Ratio.
Dá pra pegar de... Eles vão dar o
I think
Dr. Ratio
we
de
covered all the
graça.
content for version 1.6. Thank you once again
Que?
to our 3 geniuses for their support.
Não, isso tá... Não.
Don't go anywhere
Eles
just
vão dar
yet
de
now.
graça.
For an IPM bonus program.
Ganhou porque eu tenho já
Come
o
Sunday.
game de ano no
I
iPhone
thought it was Friday
e na Google
today.
Play.
Question. Does the IPC not rest at the weekend?
Right? That's 2 full days of simulated universe
alive.
testing.
Think that, man.
Trailblazers, you know what to do.
I'm not talking about the weekend, y'all. I'm talking about our next
Dá
special
pra ir até a
guest.
2.1, eu acho. Meu Deus.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Deve ter acabado.
good evening and welcome to the Family's Charmony Festival Conference.
Que?
I'm your host.
Eu não ganhei de outro,
This
não.
once in
Eu já
a
tiltei, já.
never event is
Eu já
near
tiltei.
at hand, and the eyes of the universe are fixed firmly on the planet of festivities.
Vai algo croma quando os gatilhos que me dá. Mas não é croma, pô. É só um efeitinho. Bom, entendi, não entendi. Ainda até 2024. Eita, vai fazer 2.0.
Good evening,
Quem
dear
é você?
viewers. I am Sunday.
Ué, ele é o domingo.
Your presence here lights up our
Não
humble
consigo,
studio.
velho. Claro que não
You are
consegue,
too
ele tá sem
kind,
fome.
Mr. Owlbert. If it were not for the
Pegada
IPM's
Run aí,
generous
mas ok.
invitation,
Ah, mas o banner da
I
Run
would
aí
not
tá
have
bom.
had this opportunity to introduce your audience to our festival, nor its location.
Mas sim, eu
That
também
is to
preferi.
say, Penacony. Penacony is located in the Asdana star system. It is a
Outros
holiday
vendem, é
destination
outro.
of universal repute. Known to
Aí deve
many
ser
as the planet of
a
festivities.
tipo a Bronha, né?
Our
Que é
guests will
pra
be staying in the
Belobog
Reverie,
ou
a
Jinwan
luxurious
pra
hotel
pro
where
Loaf.
one may travel freely between reality and
Ele
dreamscape,
deve ser o grandão de
basking in
Pinecone.
dreams that are uniquely yours.
I'm curious, what makes this festival different from the previous ones?
Charmony Festival is a Penacony tradition with a long history. We have built on that foundation to achieve something truly extraordinary.
Esse no outro vai ser
The family in
seguidamente.
Penacony has, for the first time, issued
Não vai demorar,
public
só vai demorar.
invitations to various factions
Já
of the
pagaram
cosmos,
em ele e o Cone, né? Se
welcoming
quiser.
them to
Você
partake in our
jogar todo dia.
magnificent ceremony. Members of the 5 great families, which together make up the family on Penacony, as well as staff members of the Reverie, are united in welcoming the universe to our home.
Rumor has it that your sister, the cosmic superstar Miss Robin,
É
is
só
set to
pra live
perform
que eu
at the
tiro, pô,
ceremony.
relaxa.
You heard correctly. On behalf of the
Robin?
family,
Yes.
Robin will be singing at the opening of the festival in honor of the Eon of Harmony. My sister has already
Então
arrived in
ele... A
Penacony,
irmã dele.
and dress rehearsals are well underway.
Realmente a
Our guests are
família...
in for quite the show.
Miss Robin's participation will undoubtedly make the ceremony all the more dazzling.
Por isso que os caras já botaram outro evento, né?
Details about the
Pra ganhar
festival's
dinheiro.
preparations?
All manner of preparations are unfolding as we speak.
Vixe, ah, tá.
The Reverie's renovation
Isso aí
works are
já
drawing to
foi
a
revelado.
close,
Mas a Robin?
and so too is
A
its
Robin não
human
deve ter
resources overhaul.
revelado,
Our
não.
level of service will be better than ever. Separately, we have introduced performers and service personnel from
Firefly.
the Iris family to Penacony's principal scenic areas and
É,
leisure
Penicone é um lugar
facilities.
bonito. Tá
I'm
bonito,
sure
Penicone.
they will help our guests to feel right at home. Needless to say,
Gallagher.
safety is our
Gallagher.
primary concern. And so, the devoted and courageous
É
Bloodhound
mais pra
family will be
sacar os
responsible for
pulsos dela.
security at the festival. Danger does not exist in Penacony's dreams, and the family promises that the safety of every guest is guaranteed. Of course, the family is
Traça
also
isso do
forgiving.
inferno.
Perhaps you are a member of the Annihilation Gang, or even the Stellaron Hunters.
Ah, o Sam aí, ó.
If you cherish
Para.
dreams and
Isso
uphold
daí
the
já
memories,
era óbvio que ia sair
Penacony
um
welcomes
momento.
your arrival.
Então Sam vai vir em Penicone.
Since issuing the invitations,
A
we
noite são
have
0,
received
5.
many replies from various organizations throughout the universe. Today will
Por
be
enquanto
the
eles só estão
first
mostrando
time
os
we are
personagens.
publishing the guest list.
E agora
All in the service of the preservation, the Amber Lord. He's an executive from the IPC Strategic Investment Department and a member of the legendary 10 Stonehearts. Mr. Adventuring. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, the name is carry forward the trailblazing will of Akabili and build bridges between the stars. The navigator of the Astral Express, Miss Himiko, along with the entire crew, will soon be gracing
Ah, tá, acho que
Penacony
vai
with
ser a
their
cara
presence.
principal no negócio.
Trading knowledge for wisdom. Calculating
Deve
multiple
aparecer
formulas
na
and
história.
transcending individual limitations through
Eu
an
acho que é
academic
isso.
network of shared resources. The renowned scholar of the Intelligentsia Guild, Dr. Veritas Ratio. We think, therefore we are. And memories are proof of existence. She's committed to safeguarding and
eu tô,
sharing these
pera que eu tô meio
memories
confuso
and
agora.
the journey beyond the corporeal into the cosmos.
Estrelas,
Tales from the
opa.
Garden
Olha.
of Recollection,
Oh,
it's
Shem.
none other than the memo keeper herself, Miss Black Swan.
Famosa.
In the uncaring expanse of the cosmos, elation exists as a balm for sorrow. Forever resilient,
Aí
never
chegou.
disheartened, ceaselessly
É de
untearful,
graça,
endlessly
né?
present, and here representing the
Sparkle.
masked fools, Sparkle.
Essa daí já
Following the
revelou
path
também.
of the hunt,
Eu acho que deve
journeying
ser
from
os
one planet to
personagens
another,
grandes
upholding
de cada
justice,
caminho, né?
eradicating
Aí vão
evil,
apresentando
and then
um
doing it all
de
over
Pecone.
again.
Eu acho que é
She's
isso.
been
Não
away
sei.
from the spotlight for too long.
Ai,
Representing the
É
Galaxy
ela,
Rangers,
a
Miss
perigosa.
Akra takes the stage once more.
A
On
perigosa.
behalf of the family, I hereby warmly welcome our guests to participate in this, our grand celebration. Penacony awaits you.
Não vai ter nenhum teaserzinho de Penicone? Não vai não? Opa, tem aí! Oh. Realmente não é nada do como eu esperava. Parece a Disney. Ah, foi só um negocinho. Ah, não deu nem pra... Deu nem pra pan. Ah, foi só um negocinho. Que isso? Que isso, velho? Aí... Foi só um ui. As crianças são terríveis. Tá pulando aqui no negócio. Foi só um... Bom, foi igual também quando lançaram o Sumero. Também foi assim. Mano, porque a menina... Porque o negócio tá falando com a garrafa. Tem outra aqui no parapeito. Empurrar assim, ó. É, mas realmente em Pinecone tem bastante criança, hein? Você olha pra um lado, pro outro, tem um monte, ó. Aqui, outra, duas aqui, ó. Uma garrafa. Caramba. Ok, não dá pra... Dá pra tirar muita conclusão, mas... Oh! Esse update tá muito doido, hein? Personagem de graça... Um novo modo de jogo, agora evoluímos, né, de 600 gemas para 720 e dois modos, dá para no total pegar 2000 e uns que é 2100, eu acho. Agora eu não lembro o número certinho. Ok. Potente.